Yo gamers, this is Legendarma TV. Today's video will feature Jarnir, the third boss of Ordinate tier raids. This masked barbarian lady will force you to stare at her scars while she brutalizes you with her giant sword. Yeah, that sounded way more sexual than I anticipated. Nevertheless, enjoy the guide. The boss herself is quite predictable and slow, and mostly relies on her brute strength. Jarnir deals massive damage by default, so the regular patterns will be your main concern. However, she also has a couple tricks up her sleeve. Barbarian Fury. At 70% health, a cutscene will play, and Jarnir will change weapons to an even bigger sword. Afterwards, she will jump to the center, releasing a shockwave. Hug the wall and dodge the wave. Right after that, every player will summon 4 lava explosions beneath their feet, one after another. Simply dodge all 4 while remaining at the wall. Don't rush to the boss immediately, as she will have the fire barrier for the duration of the explosions, that will deal insane damage to you every second. Once the explosions end, Jarnir will perform a series of attacks. These attacks are either vertical or horizontal. Horizontal attacks have 1 hitbox in melee, so it's quite easy. Vertical attacks, however, have 2 hitboxes, one initial, when she slams the sword, and an AoE explosion that follows afterwards. Even if you are a ranged DPS, stay close to Jarnir during the Fury to avoid unnecessary deaths. Berserk. At 50% health, Jarnir will stick the sword into the ground, summoning 3 AoE explosions around her. Then, after a short wind-up, she will pull the sword out, sending fire projectiles in all directions. These patterns, if mistimed, can deal fatal damage to you, so watch out. Berserk also enhances Jarnir's sword with Raging Flames, until the end of the battle. Raging Flames. Certain attacks of the Barbarian will leave a stackable debuff on you, deleting a large portion of your SP, and dealing massive damage over time the more stacks you have. This debuff is extremely dangerous and will melt your HP in no time. Recklessness. Jarnir flashes red and charges forward, trying to stab you with the sword. This is an instant kill move. Keep in mind that first half of the charge tracks the player, so be patient here. Funny enough, Recklessness does not have a big hitbox, so once she flashes red and charges towards you, wait half a second and dash to the side to avoid it. Flame on. This is not a major mechanic of the boss, but after clearing this battle many times, I've noticed that a vast majority of players die the most to this pattern. Jarnir performs a combo at the end of which she thrusts the sword into the ground, releasing a shockwave. She then proceeds to pull out the sword, just like during the Berserk pattern, releasing fire projectiles. However, during this specific pattern, the fire projectiles then shortly return back to Jarnir. Here, simply pay attention to the shockwave Jarnir will send after thrusting the sword into the ground, and remember to dodge both fire projectiles on their way out and then in. And that's it for today, covering Jarnir in the battle Grave of Swords. Should you have any further questions, leave them in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, love you 3000, stay safe, and see you next time.